Cancer and diet. Do you know the 7 most potent foods that prevents cancer or can actually kill cancer cells? Let's learn the science behind this anti-cancer diet. Hi, I'm Dr. Corassa, a clinical nutritionist from Brazil that loves the nutritional science and loves to bring you the most updated research on diet, lifestyle medicine, and health, so you can also prevent and treat diseases without pills, without potions, without any magic, modern magic whatsoever, just with a natural lifestyle, just providing our biological needs that were adapted throughout evolution. So, do you know the first and most potent anti-cancer food in the planet? You probably already heard of. You know the answer. It's broccoli. Not just broccoli, but all the cruciferous vegetables. The vegetables that are a little bit harder, like cauliflower, broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. So look at this research showing that sulforapane, because broccoli actually have a nutrient that is called glucosinolates. When you eat broccoli, an enzyme that is called myrosinase in broccoli can convert these glucosinolates in isothiocyanates. And one of these ITCs are actually sulforapane, the most famous one, usually spoken in the literature. So sulforapane has anti-inflammatory, pro-apoptotic, and modulation of histones. That means it prevents inflammation, promotes the cell program death. So a cell, when it's damaged, when it sees like not useful anymore, it can kill its own. The body can program its own death, its own cell death. So these isothiocyanates can actually help to regulate genes to prevent the progression of cancer and metastasis itself. Sulforapane is actually a chemopreventive agent, as we call. It has the ability to target multiple mechanisms within the cell to control carcinogenesis. That's the most beautiful part of food instead of like pills, because food target multiple biological mechanisms. Why when you're taking a drug, it's usually just one. So food can actually modulate your genes, it can actually regulate your epigenetic, can also help to regulate your metabolism, your hormone system, your microbiota, and the genes within your microbiota. So it can help to change everything, because it also helps to detoxify. It can help apoptosis, autophagy, a lot of stuff that we're just starting to realize how all these biological mechanisms interplay within themselves. So this meta-analysis, that is one study that studies 10 or more studies. So it has like a gold standard for science, because it has much more accuracy when we analyze the data. So this meta-analysis shows that an inverse relationship within with the consumption of carrots and risk of gastric cancer. So that means that when you consume carrots, it actually protects you from gastric cancer. So what is actually correlated with intestinal cancer? Red meat, processed meat, high consumption of salt, smoking, alcohol consumption. But what actually prevents gastric cancer? Green tea, citrus fruits, soy products, physical activity, and consumption of fruits and vegetables. So carrots is actually a vegetable rich in bioactive compounds. That means it has a lot of phytonutrients, like plant nutrients, like the carotenoids, alpha, beta, like vitamins, phenolic compounds that have anti-cancer properties, besides the antioxidant activity, and also anti-mutagenic and anti-tumor activity as well. These phytonutrients are like medicine. It's like remedies. They act like pills, but target several multiple mechanisms, and that's the beauty of it. No side effects, for free if you plant it at your home, or even for pennies or like $1. It's the best medicine that you could ever imagine, and it's actually sold for free in every corner of every street. You can find some grocery store to buy your fruits and vegetables. Third item to prevent cancer is legumes. Do you know what legumes are? Yeah, they're beans. Chickpeas, lentils, peas, soy, black beans, white beans. You can name any kind of like legumes, but they all have anti-cancer properties. So this is another meta-analysis, so a really gold standard study that suggests that higher legume consumption, who eats a lot of beans, have a decreased risk of colorectal cancer. This meta-analysis actually analyzed 14 studies with 2 million people, and it suggests alcohol and consumption of processed and red meat have been established as carcinogenic, like an etiology factor for colorectal cancer. And what prevents colorectal cancer? Pretty simple. Isoflavones, a phytonutrient rich in soybeans, can impact cancer initiation and progression through estrogenic and anti-estrogenic activities. Besides that, all legumes are good sources of dietary protein, vitamin E, B, selenium, lignans, that also have anti-cancer properties. For food, it's berries. Anthocyanins, a phytonutrient in mulberries, in blackberries, have a suppressing cancer effect in colon cancer and can actually turn on apoptosis in cancer cells. So anthocyanins are the most abundant flavonoid constituting fruits and vegetables. So in this research, they administered a blackberry powder on a daily basis for an average of 4 weeks, led to the protective modulation of multiple epigenetic and cellular biomarkers in human colorectal tumors. It's like a little bit, it's not even fresh berries, it's powdered berries. We know that to make a powder, to process the food, you actually damage nutrients, you cause a loss of a lot of nutrients. So imagine using the fresh berry and not just putting a berry in your diet, putting the whole rainbow in your diet. Put the whole fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, exercise, sleeping earlier, having dinner earlier, getting a lot of sunshine, living among plants. All these have anti-cancer properties. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll be putting a lot of videos in the description and also in the cards here, so you can actually know the anti-cancer properties, not just of diet, but of every kind of our lifestyle habits that we once had in nature. Fifth food, mushrooms. I know a lot of people have mushrooms, but yeah, there's an association between higher mushroom consumption and lower risk of cancer, particularly breast cancer. So what is a good part about mushrooms? They're low in calories, that turns on caloric restriction, anti-cancer mechanism, and anti-aging as well. They are low in carbohydrates, sodium, fats, and are cholesterol free. So also they're rich in bioactive compounds, including phytochemicals, fiber, polysaccharides, vitamins. They can actually be rich in vitamin D if you put them out in the sun. And also crucial antioxidants like glutathione and ergothioneine that have a significant role in cancer prevention. 6, nuts. Nuts and seeds are such a powerful foods that we actually not just underestimate them, but we actually underconsume them. So it's pretty important to reach out to fulfill your diet, not with the fats from olive oil, not from the fats from animal sources, but the fats that comes from nuts, seeds, avocados, and coconuts. So according to research, the people who eat more nuts have 15% less chance of cancer because of these phytosterols and phytonutrients that are found in nuts. They act through different pathways to reduce oxidative stress, that means free radicals, inflammation, gene expression that can lead to cancer. So some possible reasons that they prevent cancer, they influence with their antioxidants. So inhibiting the free radicals, when you have too much free radicals and not enough antioxidants, we end up calling this condition oxidative stress, a lack of equilibrium between the oxidative states to the antioxidant states. So you end up having too much free radicals and damaging your cells, your DNA, and causing mutagenesis. And also microbiota. Nuts are a really good microbiota modulator, and they actually help you to lose weight, therefore helping you to prevent cancer. Because cancer is multifactorial. You cannot just think about diet. You have to think about the whole part. You have to think about sunshine, diet, exercise, even the amount you eat, when you eat, what kind of foods you eat. So let's think holistically, people, not just a short-sighted view of one nutrient or one food. The seventh food is actually the combination of these phytonutrients. So check this out. Combination of ginseng found in soy that is actually extensively studied for its role as an epigenetic modifier, especially has a DNA methyltransferase. That means it influences epigenetic methylation. So when you eat soy with cruciferous vegetables, you end up getting two phytonutrients at the same time that have anti-cancer properties. So that adds up and has a synergistic potential to increase the anti-cancer properties. You can boost the anti-cancer properties just by eating these foods. This combination can actually prevent or actually help to treat memory cancer via extending tumor latency and reducing tumor volume size. So it takes more time to the tumor to grow and reduces in size. Do you want to know more about how to treat cancer naturally? I have wrote a book about the anti-cancer diet, but it's only available still in Portuguese. But until this book could become available on Amazon, you can actually order the Hygienic Fasting Nature Surgery. It's such a powerful book to enable you to understand the capacity of fasting to help to treat, prevent disease, and extend lifespan and health span. That Hygienic Fasting Nature Surgery is a must read if you want to understand the literature about fasting and natural hygiene fasting. That is actually fasting according to nature's law, according to what humans did with fasting for millions of years until modern age, and like this juice fastings and all these kinds of bizarre non-natural fasting that don't provide you all the benefits that autophagy can provide. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell button to get the notifications, comment below, give it a thumbs up, and share with all your friends that need to hear this message. And also, if you need my help, I can help you out as a clinical nutritionist, online or in person here in Brazil. Also, I have 9 books published, but Hygienic Fasting is already on Amazon on Kindle and printed version. All the others are also on Amazon, but in Portuguese. We have 6 online courses, all in Portuguese still, but we run retreats always January and July here in Brazil, so you can come to learn here all the basis of natural hygiene and a healthy, raw, frugivore diet and lifestyle. So click on these videos to get to know more.